Are we done here?
No, you don't understand, ma'am. You don't understand.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
Perjury
here?
is
Do not insult my intelligence.
You have to
do not insult my intelligence.
You have to lay your
Please do not insult my intelligence.
It's a false statement made on
Are we done here? Are we done here? Yes,
that is not what I said.
That is what you said.
That no, I didn't. You
yes,
said
you
that.
Did. You stated
I said that circuit.
You stated that the criminal. You stated that.
I never said that.
This absolutely insane Karen marched into court trying to sue a guy she had just met on a date for more than $10,000, and yes, she claims it's all because of emotional distress. We're talking about true final boss-level Karen behavior here, the kind of courtroom meltdown that makes you wonder if we're all living in some kind of simulation. The judge in this case doesn't hold back either, making it clear that emotional distress claims only work when there is real proof of intentional harm, and obviously, a bad date doesn't meet that standard. It quickly turns into a bizarre legal showdown that leaves everyone questioning how the situation even made it to court in the first place. Let me know in the comments if you think the judge handled the situation the right way, or if Karen should have faced a countersuit for wasting everyone's time. Now let's dive in and watch this legal disaster unfold.
Quashante Short, QASHONTAESHORT. I'm sorry, I had to.
In the background.
I'm actually at the airport, so I had to go outside. It looks like they just departed a flight. They just arrived a flight. So I'm outside. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people around. So I'm trying to go where there's no traffic. But thank you. That's okay. That's okay. No, I'm trying to finish this before I get finished. It's actually louder in here.
I'm not sure. I read your complaint again, and you have not. I'm looking here. What is it? Intentional infliction of emotional distress?
Yes.
Is that the claim here?
Yes, it is.
That's not something that's really justiciable in district court.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I said that's not something that's justiciable in district court. That has to be brought in circuit court.
So you said it's not permissible in district court. It has to be taken to circuit court?
That's an equitable action, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, was that not I thought only criminal offenses, I guess it would be considered, I don't know if it's criminal or however you want to consider it, but I thought only criminal offenses were brought before the circuit court. So will I have to,
what's in your head. I cannot get into what's in your head, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I got to go back in because I can't hear you.
Mr. Jordan, let me just ask you this. Are you planning to represent yourself on this?
To be honest with you, sir, I thought this was just going to be thrown out. We had a date, one date, and nothing else after that. And now I'm being sued for $10,000. I don't see how this is going to go any further. I think it's a waste of your time.
The problem is this, if you think it should be dismissed, you need to file the appropriate motion. You need to file a motion to ask for that.
I will do that. I really didn't know what to expect. This is all new to me. I've never been sued before. I've never, gotten in any trouble. This was just, I don't know. But if that's the process I have to take, then that's what I'll do.
This can't be real, right? Suing a guy for $10,000 just because he went on a date with him feels like peak 2025 energy. Like seriously, what's next? Filing a small claims case over a bad Hinge bio. This guy clearly hooked up with the wrong girl, and now he's stuck in what looks like a full-blown courtroom circus that feels like it was written by a rejected Jerry Springer intern. And look, I'm not saying he's completely innocent, we'll get to that part soon, but watching everything unfold feels less like a normal legal dispute and more like some kind of exorcism with paperwork. Also, quick side note, did you know that in a few states you can technically sue someone for intentional infliction of emotional distress even after a bad breakup? There's actually a legal pathway for crying over ice cream while calling your therapist. Meanwhile, the guy sitting in the top right looks like he aged 5 years in 5 minutes, like he blinked once and suddenly found himself dealing with a lawsuit.
There was also a perjury on there as well. He stated, I can't remember what he stated right now because I don't have it, the document
Perjury,
in front of.
the short,
Yes.
perjury is a criminal charge.
Okay, there were two different charges. There was one that was intentional affliction of pain, which was not. I didn't see that as being a criminal offense, but perjury, I guess that could be considered a criminal offense.
Ma'am, I'm not going to sit here and argue about the legal definition of what's a crime and what isn't. If somebody gets charged with perjury, that is a criminal felony charge. You have to go through the prosecuting attorney and the police. So that's what you are alleging.
Yes, the document will show that, and I also sent forth the messages where he was lying, and it proved he was lying. I emailed that to the courts. I wasn't able to print it out, but they didn't say anything as far as me not being able to turn those documents in. But that should have been in the case file as well.
Did you put it in there?
I emailed it.
I don't see that mentioned in your complaint.
Address.
No. If you are alleging a different count, you've got to amend your complaint to add it in. You can't. I don't know what you said you did, but you
the last time.
Complaint.
No, the last time we spoke, the last time we were in court, I never changed anything. It's just that he was not properly served, so I had to get an address for him in order for him to be properly served. That's what was the last incident that transpired, was for me to get a correct address for him.
That has nothing to do with what I asked you about.
I know you asked me about an amended.
I asked you about what your claim is about. You said intentional infliction of harm, and I assume you mean intentional infliction of emotional distress. And you said perjury. That's the basis for your claim.
Yes, I'll amend the complaint. I thought I had that already in there. I received a document, I guess after I sent the correct address and he got the document, he sent a letter that should be, I guess, in the file. He sent a letter, and
that's
then
his answer, I guess. We're treating it as his answer.
Right, and so I emailed my response to that letter, because in that letter he lied, and then that's what brought forth the perjury. It was never perjury in the beginning. It was perjury after his response.
Well, you can't say. Listen, he has the right to put whatever is in the answer.
I'm not saying he can't, but
you can't add another count because you don't like or you disagree with what is in his answer.
If he responds and his response is a lie, it's perjury, then my documents will prove that he lied in his response.
No.
Tell me how this makes any legal sense. She's shouting about perjury like it's some kind of coupon code you can just throw around in court. The man wasn't even under oath, yet she's acting like she just caught him lying on the stand during the OJ trial. I mean, if this isn't the most unhinged Karen moment of the year, then I'm officially afraid of PTA meetings. She's literally arguing with the judge about how the law works. Just think about that for a second. It's basically like arguing with a surgeon in the middle of surgery just because you watched one season of Grey's Anatomy. And the energy she's bringing isn't even big dog Karen energy, it's more like my chihuahua has a stroller and I'm not afraid to use it vibes. At this point, the courtroom might as well have a popcorn machine because this isn't justice anymore, it's straight up theater. Be honest, how long do you think you could last in a room with this Karen?
It's his version. First of all, do you understand what perjury is?
Yes, I understand perjury is a lie. I know what perjury means.
Perjury is a statement, a false statement made under oath. So what
Exactly.
statement did
And
he
I
make under
got
oath that's
documents that
false?
prove he was lying.
You don't understand. It's a false
He put
statement
a
made
document,
under
he
oath.
placed a
Under
document
oath.
that stated a
When did he
lie.
testify to something that he lied about? It's a false statement made under oath.
Bottom line is, you said it's a criminal offense, so I will send it to circuit court. Are we done here?
No, you don't understand, ma'am. You don't understand.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
Perjury is
perjury
a
means.
false
I know exactly what
statement
perjury
made
means.
under
I know
oath.
what perjury means. Are we done
No,
here?
you
Is it a
don't.
criminal offense or not?
What statement? I don't see anything in the complaint that says he made some false statement under oath.
Because you don't know what happened. You're on the outside looking in. You don't know anything.
But you're the plaintiff. Wait a minute. You are the plaintiff.
Are we done here?
You have to lay out your allegations properly.
Are we done here?
No, we're not.
Exactly what perjury means.
No, we're
Do
not.
not insult my intelligence.
You have to
do not insult my intelligence.
You have to lay your complaint out. You have to allege this in the complaint. You have not.
Please do not insult my intelligence.
It's not about that. You don't think, I don't think you understand what perjury is. It's a false statement made under oath.
Are we done here? Are we done here? Please do not insult my intelligence.
I said no.
Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not insult my intelligence as if I do not understand what the word perjury means. Do not. If it's a criminal offense, then it's a criminal offense.
Well, ma'am, it should not have been filed in district court if you want intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Okay, so that's a criminal offense.
Are you going to dismiss it and refile it?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to dismiss it. I will file another case in circuit. But as far as I'm concerned,
you can't have two cases on the ma'am. You can't have two cases going on the same issue.
Well, I'm not. I'm not dismissing the case. If you want to dismiss it, that's up to you. But I, as a plaintiff, am not dismissing the case.
He has to make a proper motion.
Well, that's on him.
But I can also transfer the venue to circuit.
Yes, that's what I thought, because there were other cases that should have been transferred somewhere else. So that's okay.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Ma'am, what about his costs associated with appearing because you filed it in the wrong court?
I need to see because I was not aware, since you said perjury was not on there, I was not aware that a criminal offense for intentional infliction of emotional distress was considered a criminal offense there, that it had to be.
I didn't say that. That is not what I said.
Yes,
that is not what I said.
I said
that. No, I didn't. You said that.
Did. You stated
I said that circuit.
You stated you stated that emotional infliction of emotional distress is a criminal offense.
This has got to be hilarious for the guy in the top right, because he's basically watching a live episode of Judge Judy, unmedicated edition, and wondering how he even ended up here. He goes on one awkward dinner date, probably says, "Let's split the check," and suddenly he's in court like he rear-ended the queen of entitlement. Honestly, he should be the one suing her for psychological damages and for the 3 hours of his life he'll never get back. You can just imagine that the date was so bad he checked his watch in the middle of the appetizer and started mentally planning his exit strategy. And I wouldn't be surprised if she showed up with a full spreadsheet of emotional expenses, billing him for wasted charm and unmet expectations. So yeah, guys, split the bill at your own risk, because you never know, you might end up seeing this Karen again at your next court appearance.
And you stated that perjury is a criminal offense. But you also stated that perjury is not on the document that I placed forth before you. So criminal offense would not.
It's not in the complaint.
On there.
It's not in the complaint.
I need you to show me. I need you to show me the document which states that intentional infliction of emotional distress is indeed and in fact a criminal offense. Because that's the original offense that was placed on there.
I never said that. I never said that.
Yes, you did.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. Ma'am,
yes, you did.
Listen, listen. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you. I
I'm
will
not either.
repeat to you what I said.
I'm not either.
I said
so that's two
that
charges.
intentional.
So the charges have to.
You need to be quiet while I'm talking. You need to be quiet. Mute. Can you mute her, please?
Because
Mute her.
perjury is a
Can you
criminal
please
offense.
mute
It
her?
has to go to circuit court.
That will not make her hear you, Judge.
Intentional
Well,
infliction
she's
of
gotta be
emotional
muted.
distress.
What I said was intentional infliction of emotional distress is something that circuit court has jurisdiction over. I never characterized that as a criminal matter. It is definitely a civil claim, but it is something that can't be done in district court. Now, that's what I said to you. You are of the mistaken belief that circuit court does not hear civil matters because you said, well, I thought circuit court only did criminal. You are the one who are mistaken about the jurisdiction of circuit court because that's what you stated on the record. Unmuted.
She's been talking the entire time.
Well, I said I was muted.
Judge, excuse me, you don't understand how this works. Let me explain something to you about Zoom right quick.
Okay.
When I muted her and now I'm asking her to unmute, if she doesn't do something on her end, she's still muted. So right now she's still muted. But I have asked her to unmute. She's not looking at the device that she's holding.
Is there a website where I can get the forms I need for this to be dismissed?
Listen, sir, let me just explain this to you. Okay? You know, there are forms of the State Court Administrative Office website, okay? But, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're filling out, you know, you're just flopping around like a fish on a dock out of the water. And the same goes for Ms. Short, because she apparently doesn't understand the jurisdiction of what types of cases can be done in district court and what types of cases can be done in circuit. That's why we're having this issue right now. So, you know, look, how could I put it? If two people that have no military training, amateurs, and they want to throw hand grenades, well, you know, if you don't do it the right way, you might blow yourself up. You might blow the other person up, but you might blow yourself up too. If they don't understand how the process works, I would say this to both parties. You need to seek out legal counsel.
Yeah, the judge honestly put it the best way possible, because this might be one of the dumbest and most chaotic hearings I've seen in a while. The guy being sued for over $10,000 actually seems pretty calm about the whole thing. He's not trying to cause problems at all, he just clearly has no idea how the court process works, which is kind of fair since most people don't unless they've been through a divorce or been arrested. Meanwhile, this Karen is over here filing claims in the wrong court like it's some kind of scratch-off ticket, just hoping one of them works out. It's honestly like watching someone try to return a blender to the DMV. And I swear, she's throwing around legal terms she probably half heard in some Netflix documentary and acting like she's building a serious case. Now this poor guy has to sit there nodding along like he fully understands what a civil tort even is. But yeah, let's see how this last minute of this Karen disaster plays out, because if she suddenly starts talking about astrology or Mercury being in retrograde, I'm logging off.
I can barely hear what you're saying. Like I said, I'm at the airport. There's a lot of people around.
Ma'am, are you getting ready to go on a trip or something?
No, I actually just came. I had a rental car.
Oh, I see. Ma'am, this is what I'm doing. I am ordering that this go to 7th Circuit Court. Venue is to be changed because intentional infliction of emotional distress is a circuit court matter outside the jurisdiction of district court. Plaintiff shall pay the filing fees in the receiving court. I don't know if you asked for a jury trial or not. You did not, it looks like. So there was no jury fee. No further proceedings shall be had after transfer until these costs or expenses are paid. If not paid within 56 days of the date of this order, this case shall be dismissed by the court to which it was transferred.
And what cost am I paying? Hold on. What cost am I paying for?
The filing fees for circuit court.
Why am I paying for filing fees for the circuit court? Because there's been multiple cases that have been brought forth.
because you filed it in district court. We don't do intentional infliction of emotional distress cases.
Well, I need to see that in writing. I need to see that document in writing that states that
If you want to appeal, if you want to,
I've already skimmed SCAO. I've already skimmed that. I'm reading constantly every day, and I did not see that form on there.
I'm
that
sure
states,
that you are. But
yes,
I am. If you want to appeal my ruling, you got 21 days to do it.
Yep, I do.
You got 21 days to appeal it to the circuit court. My ruling. Thank you both.
Let me know in the comments how many brain cells you lost from that barking chihuahua, because mine checked out around the 2-minute mark, and honestly I kind of respect the decision. This Karen was clearly on a mission, completely wrong about almost everything, but loud enough to make it sound convincing to anyone who's never stepped inside a courtroom before. Listening to it alone is enough to give someone a headache, and I'm not even the one being sued for emotional trauma over a dinner date. Personally, unless this judge has the patience of a monk, this case is probably getting tossed faster than her next hinge date. And about that perjury claim, you actually need someone to be under oath before that even becomes possible. This isn't some Judge Mathis fanfiction. But what do you think? Was the judge being too nice, or just trying to get through the day without throwing the gavel? Also, shout out to old Squishy Gardner for finding this absolute gem. Check him out in the description. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back tomorrow for more, because we post every day and really appreciate the support.